Good morning and welcome to Barbara's Bulletin. I'm your host, Barbara, and we're glad you're joining us today. We have a lot to cover. But first, let's take a look at the situation in Haiti, where gang violence has been escalating, and international efforts to restore security are facing significant challenges. According to reports from the Straits Times and other sources, Kenyan police officers deployed as part of the multinational security support mission in Haiti have suffered more casualties in clashes with gangs. 2 officers were seriously injured over the past week, adding to the mission's growing list of casualties. This comes after a Kenyan officer was shot dead in a gang attack just days ago. The situation on the ground is dire, with gangs controlling large areas of the capital, Port-au-Prince, and thousands of people killed or displaced due to violence. The United Nations has reported that over 5,600 people were killed in Haiti last year as a result of gang violence, with many more injured or kidnapped. The Kenyan police officers, who are part of a contingent of around 1,000 security personnel from Kenya and other countries, have been facing increasingly frequent attacks from gangs. They have expressed concerns about the quality of their equipment, which they say is inadequate to protect them from the violence. An U.S. delegation plans to travel to Washington this week to present these concerns to U.S. officials, who have provided most of the funding and equipment for the mission. The United States has a significant stake in the success of this mission, as it aims to help Haiti hold elections by February 2026 and restore stability to the country. As we report on this story, we want to emphasize that the situation in Haiti is complex and multifaceted. While the international community is working to support the Haitian government and people, there are also concerns about the effectiveness of these efforts and the risks faced by the security personnel deployed to the country. We'll continue to follow this story and bring you updates as more information becomes available. For now, it's clear that the situation in Haiti remains a major concern for the international community, and we will be keeping a close eye on developments there. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. We're halfway through our show, and we're diving into a critical story that's unfolding in Myanmar. The country has been hit by a devastating earthquake, leaving thousands in need of aid and assistance. As we go live to our report, it's essential to understand the context of this crisis. Myanmar has been embroiled in a civil war since 2021, with ongoing conflict between the military and rebel groups. Despite this, the international community is coming together to provide support and relief to those affected by the earthquake. We've spoken to Mohamed Riaz, the acting country director of the International Rescue Committee in Myanmar, who's been working tirelessly on the ground to coordinate aid efforts. According to Riaz, the situation is dire, with many people left without access to basic necessities like clean water and medical care. Riaz told us that some international aid is starting to arrive, including search and rescue teams from countries like India. However, he emphasized that more support is needed, particularly from major donors like the United States. The Trump administration's decision to gut U.S. aid has had a significant impact on the ability of organizations like the IRK to respond to crises like this. It's worth noting that the ongoing conflict in Myanmar is complicating relief efforts. Military operations are continuing, even as aid workers try to reach affected areas. Riaz reported that while his team has been able to access some areas, they're still facing challenges in getting to others due to security concerns. As the situation continues to unfold, it's crucial that we prioritize the needs of those affected by this disaster. The international community must come together to provide support and assistance without taking sides or politicizing the crisis. We'll continue to follow this story and bring you updates as more information becomes available. In the meantime, our thoughts are with the people of Myanmar who are struggling to cope with the aftermath of this devastating earthquake. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. As we wrap up today's show, I'd like to take a moment to discuss some of the pressing global issues that have been making headlines lately. We've seen reports of escalating violence in Gaza, with concerns about the safety and well-being of civilians, including journalists. According to recent reports, over 200 local journalists have lost their lives while covering the conflict, with many more injured or detained. This is a stark reminder of the risks that journalists take to bring us the news, and the importance of protecting press freedom. The international community has been calling for an independent investigation into these incidents, and for all parties involved to respect the rights of journalists to report on the conflict without fear of harm or intimidation. It's essential that we recognize the critical role that journalists play in holding those in power accountable and providing a voice for marginalized communities. As we navigate these complex issues, it's crucial that we prioritize fairness, balance, and accuracy in our reporting. We must avoid perpetuating biases or stereotypes, and instead strive to provide nuanced and contextualized information. The situation in Gaza is just one example of the many challenges facing our world today. From conflicts and humanitarian crises to social justice movements and environmental concerns, there's no shortage of important topics that demand our attention and engagement. As we close out today's episode of Barbara's Bulletin, I want to encourage all of you to stay informed, stay curious, and stay engaged. Remember that every voice matters, and every action counts. Whether you're a journalist, an activist, or simply a concerned citizen, your participation in the global conversation is vital. So let's keep talking, keep listening, and keep working together towards a more just, equitable, and peaceful world. That's all for today's Barbara's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay engaged.